in Paris right now, and we're in the Rue Claire neighborhood, and we're gonna do a Rick Steves walk. And the first one is Cafe Roussillon. This is Cafe Roussillon right here on the corner where they sell muffins by night, and they serve baguettes by day. And the Rue Claire neighborhood is famous for being just a pedestrian-only walkway, which has many little shops of fruit and vegetables and little markets. So we're going to go down here and follow Rick Steves a little bit. So why don't you come with us for a minute?
Leave it on or turn it off?
We can leave it on for a minute. We can show them the Rue Claire neighborhood.
Okay.
And we were here last night, but none of this was out. So this comes out every single morning.
Look at the dog, the dreadlock dog.
Wow.
Never seen a dog with dreadlocks before. That's hilarious.
So we'll most certainly have to buy some fruit here. And then we'll probably pass the restaurant that we ate at last night, which was unbelievable.
Homeboy's got a pipe.
Oh, here's all the cheeses.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Hi. Lots of little shops, a flower store. Would you like some flowers?
I'm good right now.
You're good?
But I hear that this is typical French people. There are very little tourists in this neighborhood, and people do their shopping every day.
That's why we're walking down the street with a camera to really throw it on its ear. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off for now for a second. Go.
Hi, we're still in the Rue Claire, and we wanted to show you the restaurant we ate at last night, Cafe du Marché, where Clint had duck and I had then tandoori chicken salad, which was one of the best salads I've ever had in my entire life, and I wrote down the recipe. It had tandoori chicken, couscous, all this crazy stuff in it. But anyway, we're gonna head on, and we bought some groceries like the French people do, and we're gonna get some more food. So oh, here's a Bulgaria.
Boulangerie and a patisserie.
Wow, this looks good. So we're gonna get some food here.
Wow. Here we are back. There is an absolutely enormous building with like giant cannons all around it and fantastic shrubbery. I know I said shrubbery, but fantastic shrubbery everywhere. We're not sure what it is, but it's like 5 minutes from our hotel. So I figured that we would actually try to take some sort of video of it. Anyway, there it is. It's a giant, it's got a big French flag flying above it, and then behind it there's an enormous gold spire. Very ornate, big giant cross on top. So I'm not sure what it is, maybe like a public administration building, but it really is pretty. Now we're gonna continue on. We're looking at a huge park and a little Lindsay standing there smiling. We got some not baguettes, we got some beignets, we got some other pastries, and some fruit for about $5 today. Instead of this, better than the hotel breakfast, which would have been $12 and would have consisted of a baguette and an orange juice. So we're walking down the street and enjoying the nice brisk weather. And we're off for now. You're on. Okay, we've now walked a little bit further down the street and we can see some really tall, beautiful, gorgeous towers that have, looks like it's concrete or stone, and then at the top and on different places they're golden. And then on this one over here, the lady's got a really cool gold sword. And yeah, a horse.
Show from where we came, do a little spin.
And there's, okay, so I'm doing a spin move. So as not to make everyone at home sick, I'm going slow. I realized the last little spot of me jostling down the street might not be all that enjoyable for everyone. So that's pretty much it, and Lindsay's starting to walk off and leave me, so I'm gonna sign out for now. Here's the National Assembly building. Very ornate. Assemblée Nationale. Very nice. There's my beautiful wife. Look at this. Smile.
Hi.
We've got a great view of the Seine River, as well as a building that stretches on forever. This building, we've been walking probably for 20 minutes and we just finally got past the end of it. You can't see how far down it goes because of the tree, but it goes an awfully long way. And here's all the different boats. This one we thought was particularly cool because it still has sails and everything else instead of just being a motorboat. Down here we've got a boat doing some boat tours. Wave people. And a big statue of somebody on a horse. Interesting. And then here we've got more buildings. The Seine continues. This is point 9, I guess. Point 9. We started at point 7. Set. And yeah, very neat. Very pretty area. Expensive and pretty. There's Lindsay taking a picture of Notre Dame. It's very funny. She leans back when she takes pictures. I think that's indicative of getting too close to Notre Dame. So here's the surroundings. And here's what we came to see. Notre Dame. Which literally means Our Lady in French. Gargoyles. Buttresses. More gargoyles. Kind of weird, you see gargoyles on a church. That just doesn't strike me as being quite right. Look, people on top.
Want to go?
Yeah. And looks like 3 saints standing right in front of that window there. Interesting. Alright, we'll go take a look at it. Here's Notre Dame. There's Lindsay. You can see all the fancy carving that's been done. All those are little priests or people. In the middle there's a big giant circle, it would look like, or not circle but quorum of people sitting around. I guess those are supposed to be the 12 apostles. With Jesus being laid down in the tomb. Interesting.
Are you going inside?
Yeah, I'm just getting all the video of everything on there. Saints across there, I'm guessing. It's a lot. 1 there, 3 up there. Very interesting. What? I've never been here.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me to hurry.
Well, I was.
Entrance to the right. Huh. Following Lindsay into Notre Dame. And turning off the camera for a second.
Tu as dit à tes apôtres, je vous laisse la paix, je vous donne ma paix. Ne regarde pas nos péchés, mais la foi de notre Église. Et pour que ta volonté s'accomplisse, donne-lui cette paix et conduis-la vers l'unité parfaite, toi qui règnes pour les siècles des siècles. Amen. Que la paix du Seigneur.
Nice stained glass.
Kind of cool. We're going here on Sunday.
Yeah,
Church.
we're here on Sunday, Notre Dame Cathedral for a mass. Kind of messed up though. Mary is at the very bottom of the cross. Out we go.
Oh, let's see.
I'm gonna give you a little better picture of it. Night mode. It is kind of dark in here. What? They may never have seen Notre Dame before. I haven't. Okay, in case I am boring viewers. Here's a huge, giant stained glass window that's gorgeous. It's hard to see it on this thing with the light coming through. Now they're pointing us off a different direction. You can see the ornate woodwork here. Everything is very pretty.
S'il vous plaît, c'est fini pour les photos. Nous avons une messe.
What do you say?
And they said the time for the photos is finished. We have another mass that's about to start.
Let's sit down and write the book.
What? We can see a ornate wood carving. Wait a minute. No, it's not what I needed. An ornate wood carving. It looks like, is that the Last Supper, or what is this that we're looking at? There's Jesus riding on a donkey.
I think that's kind of about his life.
Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of a thing about his life. Interesting. And then now at the very end, you can't really see it very well. Hang on. You see someone praying up to Jesus coming out of a cloud, it looks like, holding a book. I'm not sure what's with the two-finger thing, but it seems like they're always doing that. Yeah. Very interesting. There's the washing of the feet. Very interesting. Alright. I'm not sure what that is. It's a big gold thing. Huh. Alright, you ready?
Yep.
We can continue walking on. Okay, here we're looking at the Louvre. And as I come around the corner, oh, look, there's Lindsay. And a little itty bitty car behind her. That's Lindsay's new car, by the way. We bought it. We're going to drive home. Take the tram or train or whatever.
Tell the viewers what we just had.
Yeah, we just actually had crepes, which were fantastic.
With Nutella.
Crepes with Nutella, and then we ate a strawberry or two that we picked up at the market this morning. We're now walking into the Louvre, which, there we go, there's the sign, Musée du Louvre, Bureau de la Conservation. That's a Museum of the Louvre, the Conservation Office. Now it's going to be pretty cool when we walk into the square. We'll have a huge giant courtyard all right here, and I'll do a sweep around it. This is impressive. Look at this. This is humongous too. Smile, sweetheart.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm sweeping around. This is just, it dwarfs you. And then more here. Very impressive. This part being the coolest over here. There's the French flag. All the carving and statues and stuff up on the side. And right now I don't think the clock's right unless it's 1 o'clock, but I don't think it's quite that late yet. Anyhow, so there's the courtyard of the Louvre. And there's Lindsay being assaulted by another tourist, taking a picture for them. Anyhow, we'll sign off for now till we actually get inside the Louvre. I wonder what the admission cost will be. Wow. There's the giant triangle of glass.
Okay, we gotta have someone take our picture. We have to do a funny pose too.
All the statues.
you want someone to take our picture?
Sure. Didn't the murder take place in the Louvre in the Da Vinci Code?
Yes. City could have a glass around it.
Look, it's all nice and warm. Into the Louvre. Which part do you want to go to first?
We can follow Rick Steves.
Alright, we'll follow Rick Steves. In case the viewers are interested, Rick Steves is not a real person.
Yes, he is.
Well, he is a real person, but he's not with us. Rick Steves is a guidebook that Lindsay swears up and down by. So any of you who consider Lindsay to be a savvy traveler would do wise to find Rick Steves travel books for future destinations for yourself. There's my shameless plug for Rick Steves. Time for more boring commentary from Clint. Lindsay hates this, but anyway, these are pots that were actually found in pieces and they've put them back together, which is very amazing that they're able to do that. Anyway, we're in the the ancient Greek section. Some of these things are 3,000 years old. Actually, no, 4,500 years old or more, because they're about 3,000 A or BC for some of these things. Like this is a really cool pot. Check that out. Horses and chariots. Very impressive. All right, I'm ready. Another horse and chariot one right there. Some bas relief. Huh. Okay. There's a naked men with no heads. Very interesting. Whole section on ancient. This is one of the ceilings in the Louvre, in the Greek area. As you can see it appropriately, I guess it's supposed to be that direction. But the rest of it's very, very impressive. Very impressive. And there's Greek antiquities. Roman antiquities are that way. A bunch of heads, busts of different Roman scholars. We are presently in a search for Venus de Milo. I'll let you know when we find her, but until then, very fancy ceilings once again that you can take a look at. Very impressive. Great works of art. I guess, of course, that should be expected. This is the Louvre. And yeah, so I'll let you know when we find Venus de Milo. There is Emperor August, or Augustine. Several busts that are his. It says Le Coron de Chêne. It's just talking about him and this particular bust. Huh. Very interesting. Lindsay's, of course, going back to the guy with the naked butt. That's very attractive. Anyhow, oh look, King Triton. So yeah, just looking for Venus de Milo and wandering around looking at the heads of a bunch of Greeks and Romans and the things that were left behind by them when their empire of decadence fell. Very interesting. So, I'm gonna catch up with another room. Looks like the goddess of hunting is right there. You can see her pulling an arrow and playing with the deer. You can see lots of these other ones doing different things. Alright, I've got a clear unimpeded view of that statue. And then this poor guy over here, I don't know what he did, but he's hanging from a tree. Here we have Hermes unbuckling his sandal. And we have a really impressive fireplace that's decked out. And then I think we've got Zeus over here. Yeah, good enough for me. There's one of the mischievous little things playing his little flute. We've finally arrived at the Venus de Milo, or de Milo, however it's pronounced. There she is. And now we have seen it, and We got to get out of the Greek section or we'll never ever leave and see the rest of the Louvre. Here's some other little icons of the era, it says. Heads and bodies, and one looks like Hercules. Yep, here we have Emperor Marcus Aurelius, which is I believe the emperor and gladiator, the one that died. Emperor Mark Aurelius. This very good-looking portrait was made in Greece after the archetype and the experience of the Romans for 161 after Jesus Christ. It was very hard, and it shows Greek philosophy in the way it was carved. Very interesting. There's the guy out of Gladiator. Is that little guy sticking out his tongue? He is. His shield's got somebody mocking. This one is of Lucius Verus, which would have been the son in Gladiator. And then, I believe that was Lucius. And then the one just to the left, or just to the right, is Marcus Aurelius, the one, I guess, the father that he killed off. Anyway, that's, I believe, the two characters. This is the not open to the public section. You can see all sorts of works hidden underneath glass, like not glass, but underneath plastic, and very interesting. Tons of stuff up on the wall. We may have come to the Louvre at not quite the perfect time. Interesting, a winged headless person standing on a boat or something of that description. Here we sit in the Louvre in the Gallery of Apollo. Looks like the museum was founded on 1792, 16th of September, and it was open on the 10th of August, 1793. This is an amazingly cool ceiling painting. There's the first part right there, so you can see it. And as we go up a little bit higher, you can see, I can't remember the character's name, but he falls out of the sky because he flew too close to the sun. And then his father is lamenting the fact that his son is falling, but he's still flying away. They were captive on an island, if my memory serves me right. And then there's, I guess, one of the deities riding a chariot of fire across the sky. He's the one that brings the sun. Over here, I'm not sure what we're looking at. A naked lady and a guy. This one, I don't know, likewise. Looks like he's about to hit somebody. I'm not sure what that one is, but it's just an amazing sculpture on the ceiling. The stuff around it, as well as the actual pictures. And up here we have two very buff, grown men wrestling. One guy looks like he's about to squeeze the life out of another. That's it's just very, very intricate ceiling work, and I mean, you can see all the carving and all the bas relief everywhere else. Just incredible, the workmanship and caliber of the painters that did this. And I think little Lindsay is tired. You tired?
I could go for a Pepsi Max right now.
She could go for Pepsi Max, so we're gonna see if we can bribe an official to get a Pepsi Max inside the Louvre. Look at this painting. In the ceiling. It's all carved in. It's a good painting of him, whoever he was. This is a humongous room. And you just look up and it just dwarfs you about how big it is. The Louvre apparently used to be the royal palace. Actually, two royal palaces. They connected them. And when they were connected, it actually used to make a square, but what Lindsay was telling me was that a part of it actually burned down, and that's why the Louvre is now a U-shape, which is very interesting. Really, really good painting of the sky in this picture. It's very impressive. Looks like we're looking out Looks like I'm not looking at a painting. It looks like we're looking out the window. But it's a painting. Another giant mural on the ceiling. Huge rooms, all ornate and fancy, fancy. Let's see. Interesting. So it looks like hell there. Maybe the earth and the sky. There's God. There she is. The Mona Lisa. Can't zoom in on it, but there's a statue of somebody. I don't even know who that is. Let's see what the thing says. Emperor Tiberius, it looks like. Emperor Tiberius, another collection from the Vatican. The throne of the preacher Bacchus. That's interesting. Throne of the preacher of Bacchus. Huh. Another sarcophagus. And who's this guy? I don't know who he is. Probably another Roman emperor. One who thought he would be immortalized forever and no one knows who he is looking at his own statue. He probably wouldn't be very happy with that, but oh well. Such is life. Anyway, time to go. I think we're gonna go grab a bite to eat from a cafe. And yeah. So there's Lindsay up ahead in the red sweatshirt. Here we are in the gardens of Tuileries. And I'm doing a circle now so you can see everything around us. This was formerly the King's Royal Garden. You can see statues all around. It's right smack in the middle of the city.
Oh my gosh, here's a cop car, babe.
Here's a fountain and the smallest cop car I have ever seen in my entire life. I guess it's like one to guard the gardens and has to fit on all the trails. I don't know.
That's a toy.
Is that an actual... Is that a smart car or is that smaller?
It looks smaller to me.
That is so tiny.
It must be a midget.
Anyhow, that's just hilarious. Car looks like it's been in an accident. So we've got little sailboats and ducks on a fountain in the middle of this. And kids with sticks actually push the boats around when they get stuck onto the side. They try to push them out so the wind will catch them and haul them across the rest of the fountain. Very interesting. Little fountain. I think it shoots higher, so I've seen it go up higher than that a few times. But yeah, so there's if you look way off in the distance, you can actually see the giant spire, which is, I guess, pretty famous. We'll get over there in a minute because we're walking through the park. But as you look around, you can see all sorts of different stuff here. Do you want to get me in it?
Sure. There's Clint. Just kidding.
What did you say?
I pointed to someone else and said that was you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Hope they were better looking than me.
Okay, we're gonna turn off right now. Bye. Bye.
This is a giant spire in the middle of the city. I can't quite read what it says. But it's just right in the middle of the city and it has a ton of hieroglyphics on it. All the way up to the top, which is just gold. There it is, the spire. Right here is the Arc de Triomphe. Since the sun is right there, we can't see it until I zoom in some, and then you can see it because, I don't know, it does something to the iris so you can see. But there it is, the Arc de Triomphe. All the way up and over. It's So I guess Napoleon built that to commemorate a victory that he had. Anyhow. So there we have the Eiffel Tower in front of us, and Lindsay is right here to commentate.
Well, just before we pulled out the camera, the Eiffel Tower stopped glittering. I guess every hour the Eiffel Tower will glitter for about 10 minutes or so, and it's absolutely beautiful. We came out of the metro and it was just stunning. It was glittering, and we pulled out the camera and it's not so glittery, but we promised to catch it before the day's end.
So there it is, and
we're going there right now.
We're going up the Eiffel Tower, I guess. It's gonna be really cold up there. Okay, you're on.
Hi everyone, we're at the Eiffel Tower. Now, let's show Clint and I together. I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Okay, you don't need to see that.
Yeah, they're probably tired of seeing that already. Anyone who'll be watching this video. So there's the Eiffel Tower at the base, and then it goes up, and it goes up, and up some more, and oh, there's the second floor, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up, all the way up there. So now we're gonna do it, zooming. There, so you can see all of it. That's a lot of lights.
I wish it was glittering right now. So pretty when it glitters.
And then all the way up to the top.
Wow.
Like, look at the lights. You know how often they have to go through and change those fluorescent bulbs out, most likely? It's insane. Or whatever they have. Maybe they're not fluorescent. I don't know. Impressive though.
Ready to go up?
Yeah, where are we going now?
Let's go up.
Okay. And now I'm doing another view of the Eiffel Tower, standing underneath it and going on up, just to give you an idea of how tall this thing is. Straight up. That is really tall. And then down all the way to the bottom. And then there's, I'm not sure exactly what building that is, but straight down the path and you're at that building. And there's a tour bus stopping there. So yeah, that's pretty much, we're at the Eiffel Tower, spin around. You've got some other statues over here and being all lit up. A little merry-go-round and carousel. Yeah, so there's also armed military wandering around as well, which kind of freaked Lindsay out to, come on, focus. Focus, you dumb camera. They're the military guys right there walking around with their automatic weapons. Kind of interesting. We asked them if it was normal and they said yeah, they always walked around here just to provide security for the Eiffel Tower. So anyway, now I'm going to catch up with Lindsay, get in line with her, and we're gonna go up and get
right up the Eiffel Tower. Over here. We're about to get out. Can you feel that at home? Oh, let's go up one more.
Off we go again.
Whee! Wow.
나 보이잖아. 여보, 발수리 나 보이잖아. 아이고 싫어, 무섭다. 뭐? 어? 아이고 무서워. 아야지. 아이고 무서워. 나 보이잖아.
The Eiffel Tower is sparkling again.
아이고 무서워. 다리가 떨리기 시작해.
We're on it and it's sparkling.
아니 움직이지 마세요. 움직이지 마세요.
Look at the reflection down there.
이거 전망대야.
Is this it?
This is it. Who's that?
Le deuxième étage, on descend, vous changez d'ascenseur pour le sommet. It's a second floor. Everybody gets off, you have to change it for the top. Okay, comme il n'y avait pas de certains.
Off we go.
We are.
Which way? This is a view from the top of the Eiffel Tower. Smile, sweetheart.
This is like the best part of the trip. Oh my gosh.
I wonder if it'd be better if I filmed this with like night mode or whatever, because all I can see now is just a bunch of dots. Let me switch it and see. Night shot just brightens it up a little bit more, so I mean then it cuts the color out.
This is unbelievable.
Maybe I zoom in on stuff. Yep. So anyhow, there's the view from the Eiffel Tower. And it's pretty dark, so I'll just sign off for now.
Okay.
Because there's not an awful lot that I can see, you know, really, with the camera. Anyway, very pretty. And signing off for now. On our way down, you can see the lights from the inside. Very interesting. Okay, Jesse, this portion is for you. This car is really, really little. Just to give you perspective, we're gonna move over and we're now looking at a Mini Cooper, which is right here. And then we're gonna move forward just a little bit more, and that gives you the perspective of how big a Mini Cooper is. It's right there. You can see how long it is. We're actually going to move forward now and look at a Swiss Smart. That's right, I'm about 8 feet away from it, and the entire thing fits into the frame. And there's Lindsay right there in front of it. Her arm span is about a foot, maybe a foot and a half off of the entire car. Is that not sick or what? Just absolutely insane. That's the Swiss Smart. It's really dim, so you can't really see it too well. But it was designed to be able to instead of parallel parking, drive into a parking lot spot straight, and it would fit. Frankly, it's a little nuts, but anyway, it's about half again as small as a Mini Cooper, which is just crazy. Thought you'd appreciate that. Now we're walking home to our hotel.